Girl, please tell me you saw what I saw. Did you see what I saw?
I think I might have picked up a few details that you didn't pick up because I got them watchful eyes. I got four. So I don't know. Let's get into it. Oh, I'm Doris
Mm.
because I forget to introduce myself, and you
And
are.
I am Tamika. Girl, I'm so
Anyway,
ready
y'all,
to
this
talk
this
about
season
this.
7, baby. I'm gonna let you start this time.
Oh, no, you can't because I'm going to skip to the end.
Oh,
So
okay.
we
See, I,
got to,
I
I
put
do
mine
want to
in
go in
order.
some type of order.
Okay, I did mine in order for the
Well,
most part. Okay,
I will
go
say
ahead.
this real quick before you get started. I didn't like I was totally thrown off when it first started. I didn't like how
Hmm.
they did that time lapse
Hmm.
compared to how the last episode, the episode was in the last season. So I was
But
like
see,
really thrown off.
you got to think about it. The reason why you was thrown off, which is the reason why I was thrown off, is because we didn't know at the time that 3 months have gone by.
That's what I was reading.
Three
I was
months have
like,
gone by.
wow.
Okay, but before we get into this bad time of the 3 months, number
Mhm.
one, the first scene when the guy came up from behind, Tyler
Mhm.
Perry think he's slick. He wanted to throw us just like he did because in our last podcast, I said it looked like it could be the new boyfriend.
Mhm.
Even had me thinking that I saw him in a room with a child. Tyler Perry had me messed up. What he did was he took somebody dark skinned to make us feel like
Mhm.
it could have been Tony.
Mhm.
Because the kidnapper wasn't as dark. He wasn't
Right.
that dark. He got
Mm-mm.
somebody that was darker skinned,
Mhm.
possibly bald headed, to play that. That's how he tricked us. I strongly believe that that's what he did. Now, 3 months have gone by. Um, at the time, we're not knowing this, so we just see them in the
Mhm.
bed. And I'm like, dang,
Yeah.
she giving it away with a double coupon.
I thought
You
I
know?
missed something because I actually watched both episodes that same night. Because
Okay,
I was like,
okay.
maybe I missed the very beginning because I didn't understand how they got in the bed. And so when I rewatched it, it just started. I was like, okay.
I mean, that was cleverly written as far that was his idea of making a
Mhm.
time lapse. Because
Yeah.
we have to realize that season 6 and all the seasons prior were always broken up into 2 parts.
Mhm.
So he had to make a fresh start. So this was a good little segue. However,
Mhm.
what's with her hair? That's not it.
I know. Ain't that how her hair was kind of like in the beginning, like when Sisters first started?
But
Didn't
it
she
was
have a
straight.
style like that?
Oh,
Okay.
I thought it
Yeah.
was always straight and it was a little bit darker, but that's not it. I love me
That
some
ain't
Danny,
it.
but whoever did that need to put their hands on the desk and let me come across with the ruler and pop them knuckles, cause baby, what what were you thinking? Anyway, so he says to her that perhaps you need counseling because she's having these nightmares.
Mhm.
I agree with him, but people of color, they believe that therapy is taboo.
Yeah.
Everybody that had therapy, gonna have therapy, is having therapy or need to have therapy at some point.
Mhm.
At some point. So I think it's a good idea. She was a little concerned about why she comes up in his sessions. She don't know what he been dealing with.
Oh yeah.
But
I
anyway,
wouldn't have
so
took offense to that. I mean, she a part of his life now, so yeah, he
but you
would
know how she
discuss
is.
her.
She's kind of removes herself from things. She
I
tries
know.
to
She
keep
better not
herself
start that
separate.
with him.
Baby, let me just say this before we go on. Preston, I don't think Preston is gone, okay?
You don't
Because I
think
already
so?
saw that Calvin is gone.
Mhm.
But I hope Calvin is because I see what they're trying to do. But anyway, moving on. Let's get right into it.
Yeah, but I
Um,
was kind of surprised that Calvin just exited like that. I mean, I did agree with Sabrina. She like he didn't even say goodbye because they
maybe
weren't
his
on
wife
bad
went.
terms or
Maybe
nothing.
his wife went into labor, girl.
Yeah.
Maybe he was on the 6 week maternity leave with his wife. They have that program. But maybe that's it. But his role, he already didn't have like a strong presence anyway.
Mhm.
Him shrinking out his role was okay with me. I don't know if Preston
Yeah.
is will be on the show. I hope not. I
I
hope not.
don't think he is. I mean, and I really like Danny and Preston together, but
Hmm.
I this guy grew on me. I do like him for her.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Hopefully
Mhm.
he stays like he is. I think he's going to.
Yeah.
Okay, so Okay, I covered that. Let's get right into Jordan. What?
Oh goodness. I was
What
looking like,
in the blue?
okay,
I
not a
was
good
like, okay, now this
replacement.
this got to be this should be a dream right here. I said, well, maybe Andy then fell off, but no, he does not have the same screen
Mm-mm.
presence. He's not even as manly. Jordan might have
No.
the original Jordan might have been light skinned, but he didn't have light skin behavior. He did not have
Mm-mm.
light skin.
No, because he
This
was
cat
ready to
here,
boss up on Gary
right?
when all that stuff happened. I can't see this Jordan bossing up on nobody.
No, not at all. Not at all. He's no. They need to put him back on the bench because he ain't ready. Bring Jordan, the real
No.
Jordan, back into the game. I don't know what the issue could have been there, but come on, somebody. That's not cute.
Well, I saw on another like one of the groups, one of the Tyler
Hmm.
Perry groups, somebody said that he's on NCIS now.
Well, I'm about to start watching that because this right here, this right here is not doing it. He just made me sick.
I
I
know,
guess
and
because I wasn't
it
expecting it.
right, not at all. And it already took a minute for the other one to grow on me because I kept feeling like it might
Didn't
have
know
been
what was
something
going on.
shady about
Yeah,
him. Yeah. And so as soon as he did grow on me, now this happened. And
yeah,
I
this
don't
one
know.
right
This
here.
one gonna have to step up.
Soon as he just was the way he was talking to her, being all
Mhm.
romantic, if that's what you want to call it. I was gonna say sexual, but I didn't want to say that. But yeah, I just was like, "Who
Mhm.
he talking to? Go lay down, cause what's going on?" I was sickened about it, and then when Andy said, I believe it was in this scene when she asked if this was too much. It was in this scene about what she was wearing.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know what she had on. I thought that she might have had on like that little fluffy top with some trousers to go with it, which would have been cute and appropriate. That was a dress.
Right.
You going to the prom or not? That was a dress. But anyway, moving on, because you know how
The
crazy I am. But
whole thing with them being together was awkward.
and then being in her place.
At her play, all of that was so off and
Yeah,
awkward.
they should have
Like,
been
I
in
don't
his place still. I
care
don't
how
know.
many months went by. Mm-mm, no.
Well, speaking of months going by, because I don't want to forget this, but I probably
Mhm.
will never forget it anyway. Okay, it's been 3 months. Okay, just bear that in mind.
Mhm.
Karen's baby was going to be due in 7 months. Okay, remember she was 2 months.
Mhm. Mhm.
If 3 months progressed in her pregnancy, here we got Penelope, who was 7 months the last time. Her
Oh
baby should be
yeah.
1 month old. I did the
Yeah.
math. I can't remember what you call it. It's something that we should use in writing books. I don't because I don't have the money. But it's something that there's a person that goes through your book that makes sure that all the times and stuff match up.
Mm.
And it's important. If you're not an author that's sitting down writing your book in one day, then
Mhm.
you're gonna have that issue with the months and the times.
Mhm.
Where's this person?
Yeah.
Cause
And it's new writers on board now, right?
that's what I was hearing.
Mhm.
Maybe they gotta catch up. Maybe they trying to undo what he did.
Maybe.
This may be his last go around with, okay, I told you to do blah blah blah. But the thing is, and I mentioned this before, I don't think Penelope is really pregnant.
Oh, you did say that.
Yeah,
But I still don't know how she would hide that from Gary if they're being intimate and everything.
that's if they are. He is in the
Well,
bathroom sniffing panties.
yeah.
Maybe they not.
That's the part
I
I'm
just
waiting to get
fast forwarded.
to.
But let me just go back some. Looking at notes. Karen. I
Yeah.
don't mean to pick on Karen. Because Karen ain't never done nothing to me. But she
What you about
did
to say?
something to me with those pants over that shirt.
Oh yeah.
What it reminded me of, when we was kids, well, we had a basketball rim in the yard when I was a small child. But after my parents got divorced, the rim came down. So then we were now shooting in those silver trash cans.
Uh-huh.
That's what her belly and them pants reminded me of. It took me back
Yeah, they could have did a better
because
job with
it
her
looked
and
like they
then
just dropped the ball down in some
I
pants.
know.
And then that people are wearing tight clothes now. Now, the last
Yeah.
time I had a baby, people wasn't wearing tight clothes. We still was wearing them a little bit loose. People are wearing tight
Mhm.
clothes, and that's okay. But that was a mess. That was a schoolyard
Mhm.
fight waiting to
I
happen.
agree.
Because what are you wearing? That would have been okay if he had to pull the shirt or whoever the stylist had to pull the shirt over the pants. pants. And
Yeah.
don't put no more white pants on that woman.
Yeah, I don't know what the whole pants over it. That just mm-mm.
I can understand they didn't
Like
want to put
I
black pants on, but that white, but that
yeah.
was a whole mess. I was trying to see her shoes because if she had had on them white shoes, Wizard of Oz shoes, I would have had a problem. You know what white shoes I'm talking about.
I know you couldn't stand them
Okay,
too.
because ooh, I don't like white shoes. I just don't. If they
Uh-huh.
not Air Force Ones, I'm not stomping in them. I'm sorry. But moving on. Pam. Pam was so cute with her new hair.
Yeah, she was.
She was so cute. I like the way, and I said this before in the last season, maybe in the first half. I liked how they softened her up, and she's so
Mhm.
in tune with Karen. She's not as selfish. I liked her little Instagram spiel that she was doing. Where is the contractor?
Oh yeah. Well, I guess the deal is done now, but he got to crop back up because something was shady with him.
No, he was supposed to have been helping her.
Oh, he was gonna help her get the place together.
However, when Pam had said something about it, and she said, "What if him and the wife was having problems and she was the reason?"
Mm.
So he wasn't supposed to be absent this soon.
Hmm.
Karen shouldn't be in there doing what she's doing anyway, because where's your outside
Mm-mm.
help?
Right. And the
Where's your
outside
outside
help
help?
should not be Zach. Let me say that.
Yeah, because what is she talking
Like I
about?
don't know why that was suggested. Like, mm-mm. And I'm
And then
glad
it pissed
Karen
me off.
said
Mhm.
no.
She made me mad talking about Fatima was jealous. Where? When?
Right.
How?
Fatima ain't jealous.
At all.
Fatima just not taking her mess.
That's it. That's it. So she kind of, I was ready to jump through right there. But
Mhm.
I'm mad because in the previews, it showed Karen having this test. That wasn't even on this episode, so stop playing. Because it seemed like
Yeah.
everything was going to be on this episode. But anyway, moving on. Karen got on my nerves. Her hair and them pants just was, they wasn't doing. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it about Karen.
Yeah, it is. And I agree with them. I don't know why they do the previews like that. And if they don't ever show that, I'm gonna be mad. Just
Yeah,
like that
because
time
remember,
they show her mama and
they
they
still
never
ain't show.
did show it.
Mm-mm. She need to
Yeah.
be present anyway right now. But
Mhm.
anyway, moving on. Maybe she busy for real too. Um, let's get to Sabrina. Sabrina, poor little Sabrina. I understand how she might feel about the lingering feelings for Calvin and not being sure where they're going.
Mhm.
I'm glad Calvin moved on with his life because I liked Calvin.
Yeah.
He was a good friend.
Mhm.
It was really nothing you could say bad about Calvin except for him being a little feminine, you being on the fence about what he was. But it was
Yeah.
nothing you could say bad about Calvin. So now she upset because he's went on with a white girl. I believe I heard her say something about a Becky. Did she
Yeah, I
say
think she did.
I ain't
Yeah.
like that? I ain't like that.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, so she's upset. Now here comes new boyfriend. I don't know his name. Now I had to remember that it's been 3 months. I had to remember on this part that it's been 3 months. So he comes into the
Mhm.
office, which was very inappropriate. Because leave your flowers and get on. I'm just not getting back in here. I'm
Yeah, I didn't
just
think
getting
about it
back.
like that.
He made me. I put myself in her shoes, and I just was like, okay. But me and her were not the same size because she was about to give it up, which was the worst thing for her to do on a job. He talking about he parked around the back. They got cameras. You at
Yeah.
a bank.
I know, right?
My heart sank. I was
Yeah.
so happy when she got the phone call from Tony. But I like them together too. I don't know which. I guess
Mhm.
which situation is going to be our primary focus is Andy and the new guy, simply because Gary is a part of that. So wait, let me say that again. It's gonna be Gary and Andy. We
Mhm.
don't have to worry about the other two. But
Right.
Gary is a cancer in her life. He really is.
Mhm.
But anyway, so we don't want to go too fast on that. So Sabrina, she's tripping. I'm glad that Tony called her and asked her to come over and talk to Danny. I like that he did that. I like that he did that
Yeah.
because he knows that they have a tight relationship. And I guess he wanted to turn the mic over to somebody else. But I like that. Now, what I don't like is how come everything got to happen at her place? Why she can't go over to somebody else's house? You know how many men been in that bed?
You know what? Stop it. Now you sounded like Gary.
Look, I got a personal story to tell after this one. I can't put it on the air. But it's been quite a few brothers in that bed. It's been
You
quite a
know
few.
what, fool?
I'm just saying.
Oh my goodness.
I can't wait to tell you what I gotta tell you. I can't put it out here in the streets. But she need a new bed and he should be uncomfortable being in there. I just wanted to share that. I'm just
I
saying.
wouldn't have wanted to have it
He
at that
know
place.
right. He know Preston just got up out of there. I ain't gonna say nothing about the sheets because I know I'm just going too far today. I think I'm just excited that they have a this new season. Now let's get into the realness. Andy, wait a minute, let me go back. Andy and Zach. Zach called her, I guess, to
Yeah, they
for
said that that's
clarity.
his lawyer.
She a divorce attorney.
Well, but ain't it all include like the family law? I think that's included.
Is she in family law? Because I thought she was a divorce
Mhm.
attorney. Oh,
I
okay,
think
okay. I
family
see her.
law. Mhm.
Okay, so Zach is going crazy, which I understand. I'm glad that they put the child in foster care, which was finally the first realistic thing they did pertaining to this section of
Right.
the show. That was the first realistic thing that they did because that's how the game would go.
Mhm.
Now they would give him so many hours to get that child. I don't know what the case is here because he already has proven paternity. I don't know why they're holding that up, but that was realistic. Okay, Tyler, kudos to your new writer trying to clean up your mess.
Yeah.
Um, I like how supportive Fatima's being. Something good, something has to break for Fatima, something because
Mhm.
everything can't be about Zach.
Yeah, it is all about him right now.
So, I love you. Where have you been? I don't know why you're here. I don't deserve you, blah, blah, blah. She
Mhm.
needs something.
Yeah.
There has to be something. She still ain't showing. Because
So we
look,
probably
it's
ain't gonna hear
been,
about that for another 2 seasons.
don't do that. Because I don't even
Or
know when.
as far as sisters go.
Right. So we won't be seeing Fatima again until the middle part of season 7.
Right.
And that was Fatima. Then that's when they'll put it back on. Now we have 3 months under our belt. Okay, so that put Karen at what did she say? She was 5 months. So that put her at
Mhm.
5. So that would put where would that put Fatima? Because there's 3 months. She had to be at least one to tell that she should be right behind Karen.
She
Because
should
they put
be.
the 3 months in there. If they hadn't put the 3 months, but they put the 3 months in there, she would be right behind Karen. Now I know
Mhm.
her frame is a little bit bigger. She may not show as fast, but
Mhm.
she should be right behind Karen. I just wanted to put that
Should
out. I know
be.
people like, okay, she'd be so into the numbers and stuff. I'm sorry, y'all.
All right, he
But
done
anyway, so I
lost
don't know
me.
how
I
that's
know
going
that it's a new math
to go.
these days, but this
Brrr,
math right
look,
here
brrr, it don't be mathing. Math
at
do not be
all.
mathing. But anyway, let's go. Let's fast forward to this thing with Andy, Penelope, Jordan, and Gary. Gary made me sick on sight.
I know. He was just so okay, see, first of all, he be sitting up there trying to act like he not pressed over Andy and that
Right.
she, just downing her and making her seem low and like
Mhm,
she's a nothing and everything, but yet he was so bothered by her
mhm.
and Jordan. He was so bothered.
Well, see, it's
And
different when you
Penelope
see
should
it.
have noticed that, and I think that she did because when he
Yeah.
went in to try to kiss her, she, kind of was a little standoffish.
Okay, I
But
didn't see
yeah,
that
Gary
part.
full of it.
He is. He done gave this man $100,000 towards his campaign. Who knew that he was running for anything? Did we know that?
I didn't.
So they done thrown this in here, making him more of a cornball than what he looked like. But anyway, so nobody knew he was running for anything. So he didn't give him $100,000. We still don't know what he does for a living.
Nope.
We still don't know where all his funding is coming from. But
Nope.
anyway, so he gives him $100,000. Andy is like, okay, don't trust it. Be careful. Which she should be saying that. I don't know
Mhm.
what he could be doing as far as this goes to be controlling that situation with the money. Is it hush money? Um,
Right.
I don't know. But if it's the same Jordan that we met 3 months ago, he won't be buying it. But now that they got cornball in here, I don't know. But anyway,
Mhm.
so
He should
Gary's
have
just
listened to
doing,
Andy when she said don't accept it.
well, he can always send it back.
He need
But
to.
Gary, Penelope, I feel like she's too, it's okay to forgive him, but for her to go into the situations like she's doing. Now y'all in a group
Mhm.
setting. 3 months is not enough time to heal from something like that, especially
Mm-mm.
when you're pregnant and carrying all those emotions and stuff.
Mhm.
But she's in it. They're telling old childhood stories, and I
Mm-mm-mm.
was sickened by that. So now Gary's sitting there chewing bricks and spitting pebbles. He's pissed. He's pissed. But like you said, he said all the things that he said. Now, I don't remember. Just remind me. Remember he was in the office with Hayden and he was talking about the differences between Andy and Penelope and how he really
Mhm.
liked Penelope. Who did he say was easy? Dumb, naive. Who was he talking about? Penelope? She was easy to get
Yeah, I
back,
think
or
he said her. Yeah, yep. And but she doesn't know that because
right?
Andy and Fatima didn't tell her. But yeah, he basically he knew he was going to be able to get her back. He wasn't worried about that at
But
all.
why would he? Okay, so since he knows that, why would he do that with Andy?
I
That's the
don't
part that
know because
confused me.
he still got come on now he ain't go from the idiot he was before to just
Yeah,
not caring and dissing her like that. He is full of it.
I
I
still.
knew Gary was still his same old grimy self.
And then he didn't got her the apartment. He didn't remember he tried to take it back once before. He not trying to take it back now. But he was gonna
Mhm.
sue her for that place, but I just lost track. Oh, now this lady in the pink dress, whenever they're gonna show it, because I thought they were gonna show it this episode. That's probably the season's finale. But anyway,
Mhm.
I really believe that that's Penelope.
You
She
think
wasn't
so?
pregnant. The lady wasn't pregnant. I think so. Cause who else would try to kill him unless the wife come back?
Yeah, I don't know. So that
Cause
preview must have been for this season.
for
It
the
must have been a
season.
season
Mhm.
preview. Okay.
But anyway, so moving on. So Gary, all of a sudden, he has to use the restroom. Okay. I guess because he was getting hot and bothered while he was sitting there, huh?
Right.
I hadn't thought about that. So I knew I thought he was going to go call somebody. I
Uh-huh.
don't know who he was going to call. He could have been calling Hayden or somebody, but I just said, okay, he's getting ready to go in the restroom and call somebody. He goes in the restroom and he's in there for too long.
Mm-mm-mm.
So she decides to go in and see what's going on. Now, did she walk in or did she knock first?
No, she just walked in. She just walked in. I can't remember if she called out his name or not. Oh my goodness. This
We both
fool.
did the
I
same
was
thing,
not
but
expecting that.
I wasn't either. But I got confused for a minute because I didn't know exactly what he was doing.
Now I
I
thought
didn't
that he
know
might have
exactly.
been in there snooping.
Well, he was. I didn't think he was. The dog is barking. I didn't
Yeah.
think he was snooping.
Well,
I
I didn't know what he could be looking for if he was snooping. I just, but he done found a pair of this woman's panties.
I didn't, and I don't want to take it there, but I thought that he might have been doing something else.
Like what?
I can't say. But you got to look at the angle, how she came in there, how he was
He
looking.
was doing that.
Oh, I know. I
Girl,
know.
yes. Okay, so the way
Oh,
that they showed him, it looked like he was just sitting there smelling her panties, but you could see his hand down, he
oh, oh,
was. Oh, he was doing exactly what you thought.
oh, ooh,
And she even
ooh.
said it in the previews for next episode for the next
What did she?
episode.
I mean, well, you don't have to say it in her words.
Yeah.
So what did she say?
She just said something about him. She was like, "You in there with your ex's dirty panties and doing what he was
Ooh,
doing." Mm-hmm.
I didn't
Sure
see that.
did.
And then why she got to say her underwear was dirty?
Right. That was shady.
Cause she could have, but she could have. He could have got them for her lingerie drawer, and it has
Mm-hmm.
that little pillow with the little smell goods inside of it. I can't remember what you
Mm-hmm.
call that, but sometimes they come in pillows or however it went. I'm pretty sure that Andy ain't had no dirty underwear laying around.
Right. That was just I don't know. I mean, you know how women are. She,
I didn't even
especially with
see
him
that.
doing that, because originally she had a problem with Andy. Remember, we didn't know why she had a problem with her. but
Who,
she did.
Penelope? Well, that
Yeah,
was
remember?
instinctive, though. Yeah, that was just something that,
Yeah. But I'm saying, but now that he's doing this, and I'm sure she feel a certain way, so she
well,
might.
she's having more.
Hopefully, she don't go back to being mad at Andy. That ain't Andy fault. This man and went in there and found her panties.
That's crazy. Now, the old Jordan would fold him up like a lawn chair. This one, I could
Mhm.
see him just saying, "You better leave. You better get out of here, fella."
Yeah.
I'm so stupid. I didn't know that that's what was. I thought, mm, I don't want to go back and watch it because I don't need to. But no.
Just go
Oh,
back and watch that very, very end and watch the previews for next week. Yeah, that's exactly what he was doing.
and I didn't even see the previews for next week. I
Oh,
didn't see that.
yeah. So if you did, it would have been confirmed what you thought. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll go
Mhm.
back in. Because to be honest, I
Could
was so
you
busy.
imagine walking in on your man doing
No.
that?
Because how do you recover from that? What do you do standing there? It's not in you to pick up something and bust him in the back of his head because you're in shock.
Right.
I wouldn't even be able to pick up nothing and bust him in the back of his head. And I'm a thrower.
Oh.
I
Mm-mm,
would have just been like,
mm-mm.
"What in the bejesus is going on here?" I did, girl. I got to go back in. But
Yeah, you
no,
gotta go back and watch that because that fool, yes, he
I
absolutely
thought that he
was.
just was spelling them and he just was like taking
Mm-mm,
in. Ooh,
mm-mm.
I
He,
can't
he.
wait till she come out the restroom. Cause how do you come out of the restroom after that?
That was the first time I was ready to record that night. I was like, oh, I'm so ready to talk about this.
And I didn't watch it till yesterday.
Yeah.
But no,
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
that just
Yeah,
changed
next
everything.
episode gonna be very interesting because
Cause
he
how's
been
he gonna
acting
come out of
real
the
funky,
bathroom?
right? And his whole attitude and stuff. Like I can't wait to see what his attitude is. Like,
No, he
cause
definitely won't be welcome back up in there.
oh no,
I feel so dumb because I didn't. Ooh, I'm ashamed of
yeah,
myself that I not ashamed. I'm ashamed of myself that I didn't pick up. I
yeah,
was moving around when I was watching it too. I was
okay,
cooking, so I wasn't. That's why I didn't even see the previews. I was moving
yeah. He
around.
was all in.
As soon as we get off here, I'm gonna watch the last scene
Mhm.
and basically cover my eyes because no,
He
no.
was all in. He was almost there before
Oh wait a minute,
Penelope
he
walked
said.
in.
But she's like, she called his name or whatever. He's like, I don't know how he put it, but he told her not so loud. You're being too loud.
Did he?
Yeah,
I missed that part. I was just so shocked at what had just happened.
girl.
Because I was
Oh,
kind of like like I said, I was thrown off by this episode, and then I felt like they was just at Andy's house too long, but it really wasn't nothing else, I
no, because
guess,
one
for
day they
the
were supposed to be eating. They
yeah.
didn't eat yet.
So, and so when they got to, I was just like
Oh
kind
yeah, they
of
did eat
blah
yet.
about the
They ate.
episode. And then when it got to that, I'm like, like, wow.
Yeah, I'm still sitting here just feeling bad for her.
Yeah, that's.
I'm gonna go as soon as we get done. I'm gonna turn it on. But yeah, Gary is out of.
Mhm.
Oh, I don't want to say out of pocket because that's too. But
Oh,
no,
it's
he
gonna
just
be
made
enough
me
for
sick.
Penelope.
Penelope cannot be who we think that she is. Yeah, she can be
She
wearing
might
a
not be.
prosthetic.
And
She could be
especially by
wearing a
him
fake
thinking
stomach.
her character is like that, by him saying that, because, yeah, she might be total opposite of how he
Mm-hmm.
thinking.
Now, if Steve Harvey can hide the fact that he was wearing a man unit,
What?
she could. You didn't watch the Cat Williams interview?
Not yet. I didn't. I only seen bits and pieces. I'll probably listen to that today while I'm working.
Well, he said that Steve Harvey was wearing a man unit, which is a wig or a hairpiece or
Mhm.
whatever. Now, for all these years, I was so jealous because I'm so big on hairline. I was so jealous that he had the perfect hairline, and I couldn't understand why I didn't have one. Whole time it was a man unit. So the point
Yeah.
is, if he can fool us into that high top for years, she can fool him with this prosthetic belly.
Mm-mm-mm.
Look at how she always touching her stomach.
Yeah.
I never touched my stomach, and you better not either. Like, get away from me. Like, when I was a teacher, and I was having Dakota. I was
Mhm.
on a long term assignment in first grade. It was either kindergarten or it was first grade. And the first thing they want to do is tap you. That's kids. But
Mhm.
they always would tap me on my stomach, and my stomach was big.
Mhm.
I had a rule. I'm not gonna give all the rules, but we used to have a little thing that we had to say every day when the kids came in.
Mhm.
And in that rule, we had to say it together in unison.
Was
Anybody
one of
off
y'all
quick
rules
key?
don't touch me?
Yeah, yeah. Do not tap, Miss Johnson. Don't do that. Don't do that. But that was one of my rules. Now here she is. Every time you turn around, she holding her stomach like she going into labor. She should have been in. Maybe this will send her into labor.
Girl, it
Maybe this
oughta.
will do it. But y'all, I think that's all I got on this one. But this episode,
Yeah,
it
that
was
was
it was
enough right
definitely
there.
it was
Mm.
different. They didn't
Told you
show
you
Hayden,
couldn't
did
let
they?
me start off because this is the part that I was gonna jump to.
Well, you could have, but then that would have been the whole episode. But did they show
Yeah.
Hayden at all?
Nope, not this time around. Mm-mm.
Okay, well perhaps next time. Okay,
Yeah,
but that's all I got, y'all. That's it for me.
me too. That's enough. So we'll see what
Oh, wait,
happens
one other
next
thing,
week.
guys. Our viewership is growing. And I thank you guys
Yay.
for tuning in, telling friends and everything like that, and
Yes.
new subscribers that we got. So hopefully you will continue to support us, continue to like, share, comment, and all that good stuff. I just had to do a real quick plug. But
Yeah.
we'll get back with you guys next week. Bye now.
Bye, everybody.